it was actually quite late at night when I managed to get here, so I didn't really see much of the city on the way in, but it seems to be busy but not absolutely manic. There's definitely a French flavour, literally. So for my breakfast I have baguette and I have croissant with cheese and pâté, but it's accompanied by a bowl of pork noodles. Interesting mix, and of course all washed down with some very strong coffee. Now I didn't even know that Vietnam had been a French colony. In fact, my knowledge of Vietnam was really growing up as a very young kid, knowing about it on the news, the Vietnam War of course, and also I once had my Facebook account hacked by somebody who purported to be Vietnamese, and that is all I know. So let's go and find out more. My first observation is Vietnamese people like dressing up and taking photographs of each other. They also like sitting in very small chairs. Most of all, it's the taking of the photographs. It's not even 7 o'clock in the morning yet, and there are so many snappers. They're jumping, they're playing, and they're even performing some pretty cool synchronized dance routines. I just don't understand why. And I certainly have absolutely no idea what's happening here. But seeing these gardeners gives a clue as to where I'm going next. Now, I wasn't planning to come here. I'm not really one for visiting the morbid just for the sake of it. But I think I need to tune in to Vietnam's more recent history to understand the Vietnam of today. I've come just 30 miles and travelled back in time to the 1960s. It was right here where America fought the communist Viet Cong. But the Viet Cong had developed a whole load of clever tricks and traps. They made rubber shoes from old tyres, even wearing them backwards so the enemy would think they'd gone the other way. They used touch-sensitive plants to track activity. Look, the leaves close after I touch it. And they filled bomb craters with the soil they dug out from the tunnels they were building deep underground. Now, I do think I'm going to really regret this.
Oh, God. You okay? No. I think it's this way.
There are 200 miles of tunnels. And this one has even been widened for tourists like me.
Which way? Which way is it?
Left.
Left.
I'm all alone. I think I went the wrong way. The Q Chi tunnels were fascinating, and I can see how the Viet Cong won. Just a quick bite of lunch, apologies to any vegans watching, and I've never ever got my head around this. I bet she's not a member of the Tofty Club. And on the topic of motorbikes, I read that over 95% of all registered vehicles in Vietnam are two-wheeled. They just line up, they count down, and then they go. All shapes, all sizes, in all directions. I've walked to Reunification Palace. It used to be the presidential palace, and it saw the iconic photographs of the last Americans being evacuated from the roof. In fact, there's still a US helicopter that took part in those operations on the very same roof. And of course, it's a great place to dress up for photos. What is this all about? One word of warning before you set off for Vietnam. You can pay for most things with US dollars or Vietnamese dong, but learn the currency and what it's worth. I've included some tips in my Goggle guide. Back on the street, and it's photo time again. Not sure what they're up to, especially him.
Yeah.
They look happy, and she looks extremely uncomfortable.
Like this.
I'm really intrigued by the photo scene, but right now I'm going underground. The first ever metro has been opened just less than a month, so I thought I'd check it out. more photographers. Now, the ticket machines are out of order, but it's still a great location for a photo. I'll head to the cashier over here. Now, you don't get service like this at home. Each ticket has a QR code, very modern, and the station itself is absolutely spotless. And just look at all the space in the train. This really is metro travel for the modern world, as it should be. Pretty much all signage in Vietnam is in Vietnamese, no English, so do be prepared. And station staff here even help their passengers. I wonder if Transport for London would understand that concept. But remember to keep your ticket, you'll need it to get out at the other end. I walked the streets for more than an hour before stumbling on the most colourful place. Everyone was taking pictures. Maybe this is Ho Chi Minh heaven. Even this chap has escaped from hospital to be here in his pyjamas. In the end, I decided to ask someone. Well, all the picture taking is to welcome in the new year, which is just 1 week away. Taking the pictures is a tradition itself. It's for the young. It's for the more mature. And there's those who'd rather not say. But this has to be my absolute favourite look of the day. She plays the character so well. When I travel, I just love walking. And if I'd not been pacing the pavements, I'd never have come across this. It's foot badminton. Oh, hold on. Can we just see that again? Absolutely amazing. Oh, and here's another rather random encounter. It's a New Year's celebration. But disaster is around the corner. They've forgotten their finale props. Their balloons. Go on, run girls. They're coming to the end of the routine. You've got seconds to do it. I think they've made it. Yes, here's the Big Bang finale. Oh no, now I've been spotted. What a very unusual day it's been.